This program is brought to you by generous donations from the community and sponsored by Stifel Financial.
Good evening on this rainy, stormy night. I'm Lynn Forbes, your host for tonight's edition of Nevada County Now. It's amazing how quickly seasons can change here in Nevada County. Last week we were talking about the beautiful tree colors, and now the wind has begun to blow it all away. It's still not too late to get out there and enjoy the beautiful colors of our county. Don't go away. We will take a short sponsor break and be right back.
Thank you to Stifel Financial, proudly helping individuals pursue financial goals, businesses and organizations raise and protect capital, and communities offer a higher quality of life. To learn more, visit www.stifel.com.
In addition to the rain and snow of our county, expect periods of gusty winds coming from the south over the next few days. Be sure to secure any loose outdoor items such as holiday decorations or Halloween items you still haven't taken down. The narrow atmospheric band of deep moisture has dipped south to include Nevada County, creating some impressive rainfall amounts over the last 24 hours. Storm totals so far include Nevada City downtown 3.69 inches, Cascade Shores, 3.29 inches, Grass Valley downtown, 2.53 inches, and Lake Wildwood, 2.52 inches. Moderate rain will continue all through the day, but should slowly begin to lift northward, with rain becoming lighter. However, another 2 to 3 inches of rain is possible over the next 24 hours. The action picks back up later tomorrow as a secondary low forms off the coast, south of the strong low that continues to sit off the Washington coast. As the low drifts closer to the coast, we will see the return of moderate to heavy rain late Friday and into late Friday night. Winds will again be blustery with gusts up to 25 miles per hour, and rain tapers off a bit but continues on Saturday. It looks like we might see a bit of a break on Sunday with a chance of showers, but not steady rain. There are a lot of variances in the snow level forecast with this storm. Snow levels are on the rise with a rain-snow mix currently over Donner Summit. Snow levels are expected to be above 8,000 feet by this evening. Snow levels will drop 5,500 to 6,500 feet Friday night, bringing heavy snow to the mountains. This will be a big snow producer over the Sierra, with up to 2 feet of snow over Donner Summit from Friday night through the weekend. Chain controls have been off and on for I-80, but will likely be required soon. Remember to check the Caltrans Quick Map website at quickmap.dot.ca.gov for the most up-to-date closures and conditions. You know what it means when we start seeing rain and snow. Yep, you guessed it, ski season has officially started. It was reported to us that Mount Rose and Mammoth Mountain are open. Boreal, Palisades, North Star, Heavenly, and Sugar Bowl are all open Friday, and Sierra at Tahoe will follow on the 29th. Kirkwood is scheduled to open December 6th, with Diamond Peak following on the 12th. We are still waiting to hear about Tahoe Donner Ski Ranch, and Soda Springs, and Homewood is closed for the season. This weekend will be exactly what is needed to kick off a hopefully long ski season. The County Fish and Wildlife Commission opened the 24-25 grant proposals period for projects that protect, conserve, propagate, and/or preserve fish and wildlife resources in the county. A total of $7,500 in grant funding is available, so don't procrastinate. The deadline to submit proposals is November 30th, 2024. Previous grants helped fund projects, including building a raptor flight cage for reconditioning raptors to be released after rehabilitation, the Rotary Club Kids Fishing Derby in Truckee's Donner Memorial Park, Cast Hope for at-risk kids to learn how to fly fish, and habitat restoration along the Independence Trail impacted by the Jones Fire in 2020. The grant program is entirely supported by the Nevada County Fish and Wildlife Propagation Fund, which receives revenues from violations of fish and game laws and regulations in the county. Applicants will need to provide a presentation at the Nevada County Fish and Wildlife Commission's December 3rd, 2024 meeting. The Fish and Wildlife Commission's funding recommendation will be brought to the Nevada County Board of Supervisors, which has final decision-making authority for the grant funds. Grants awarded will be paid from April through June of 2025. For more information or a copy of the grant application, please visit nevadacountyca.gov/FWC grant or contact the Nevada County Department of Agriculture at 530-470-2690. On June 28th, 2023, the California Transportation Commission, or CTC, awarded the Nevada County Transportation Commission $14.6 million in funding for southbound improvements on Route 49 between McKnight Way Interchange and LaBar Meadows Road. The 49 Corridor Improvement Project, Phase 1, includes construction of the northbound truck climbing lane, a continuous center two-way left turn lane, 10-foot shoulders, and elimination of the northbound merge point, improving operations, safety, and mobility. Phase 1 also includes southbound right turn lanes at Wellswood Way, Bethel Church Way, Smith Road, and Crestview Drive. Other safety features include enhanced wet night visibility striping, rumble strips, and pavement edge treatments. A wildlife undercrossing with fencing will also be installed as part of this phase to reduce deer strikes. Phase 2 includes the construction of a southbound truck climbing lane, eliminating the southbound lane drop merge point south of the McKnight Way interchange, and construction of a new entrance on 49 to the new Nevada County Transit Operations Center. With the Nevada County Transit Commission securing the funding, it will now allow for both the northbound improvements, Phase 1, and the southbound improvements, Phase 2, to be constructed together with construction beginning in fiscal year 25-26. For more information, contact Mike Woodman, NCTC Executive Director, at mwoodman@nccn.net or 530-265-3202. Okay, shifting gears just a bit. The big talk around the community is, where can I see Santa? 5-year-olds have priorities right now, and this is what is on their minds. Well, we heard you and have put together a short list of events where Santa will be. So bundle up and get the kiddos out to meet the jolly old man himself. This Saturday, November 23rd, he can be seen at Wildflower Nursery, the Alta Sierra Winter Craft Fair, and the Cornerstone Sweets and Snaps event. Starting the day after Thanksgiving, Santa will be found at Cornish Christmas in downtown Grass Valley. That event is on November 29th, as well as December 6th, 13th, and 20th. Also, don't forget to visit Chris at the North Pole, aka 632 South Auburn in Grass Valley, on Friday and Saturday nights. He has hot chocolate and a gazillion lights. On November 30th and December 1st, he can be found at the County Country Craft Fair. Oh, and on December 7th, you can join him for breakfast at New Covenant Baptist Church at the Care Crisis Santa's Shop event and at Empire Mine. And because Santa likes breakfast, you can meet him again on December 8th at the Higgins Diggins Lions Club breakfast event, and of course at Victorian Christmas that same day. Santa will be back on December 11th, 15th, 18th, and 22nd at Victorian Christmas, so make sure to stop by and see him while doing some of your holiday shopping. On December 12th, Santa will be at the Sierra Nevada Children's Services event, and on the 14th at the Nevada County Tory Run and Colfax Winterfest. On the 21st, Santa and the Grinch will be at Western Gateway Park at the 530 Recovery and Everything Off-Road event. Wow, Santa is one busy guy. You know, when we start talking about turkey, we cannot leave out the much-loved Turkey Trot. This 5K walk, 5K and 10K run was originally created in 2006 after Michael Edward Bratton II took his own life at the age of 25. In memory of beloved Michael, their primary focus is to support local youth activities, a new day, and suicide and depression awareness and prevention in Nevada County. The location of the event is at Hooper Stadium at Nevada Union High School, and the course is a combination of trail and street terrain. Sorry, pets are not allowed, but strollers are okay. This will circle around the school grounds and throughout Lytton Hill Trail. The schedule is 7:30 a.m. registration begins, 8:15 a.m. kids race begins, 8:30 a.m. 5K race begins, and 5K walk begins. For detailed information, please visit their website at meb2turkeytrot.com or call 530-278-8361. So come for the fun. Get out there and walk, run, or trot and help our community do great things. Don't go away. When we come back, we'll be joined by Dr. Carrie Yardley of Nevada County Behavioral Health.
One of our goals as an agency is to bring that awareness that in our community there's still needs out there for firewood, especially in the senior population, and that us together as a community, we can meet that need.
Each year gets a little harder and a little harder, but just seeing this, I feel like one of the lucky ones.
From the foothills of the Sierra Nevada, a new hero will emerge. One who is ready. One who makes sure their friends and family are set. And has the power to go at a moment's notice. This fire season, you're the hero. We are Ready Nevada County.
Hi.
If you are dining outside at a restaurant and someone is smoking a cigarette or using an electronic smoking device, you are being exposed to secondhand smoke. But what if you're in your own home and a neighbor's smoke is drifting in? Every person should have the right to live in a smoke-free environment to protect their health and the health of their family.
I live in an apartment and my son was coughing more than usual. I realized it was because our neighbor's smoke was affecting him. I tried putting a wet towel under the door and I asked the neighbor to please not smoke inside. He smokes outside sometimes, but the smoke still comes in. I'm really worried about my son's health.
People in our community are facing this problem every day. Often the residents affected live in apartments, condos, or other multi-unit spaces. Many people are unaware that all secondhand smoke is dangerous. This includes smoke from vapes, hookahs, and cannabis too. Take action today to help protect some of our most vulnerable community members from the dangers of secondhand smoke. Let's make living smoke-free an option for all Nevada County residents. Go to smilenevadacounty.com to share your story, get involved, or to find ways to quit. The Nevada County Tobacco Prevention Program is here to help.
Contrary to common belief, mental health cases do not increase during the holidays. With us today in the studio to share factual information about mental health during the holidays is psychologist and clinical administrator with Nevada County Behavioral Health, Dr. Carrie Yardley. Welcome, Dr. Yardley. May I call you Carrie?
You can. Hi, Lynn. It's nice to be here.
Nice to have you. So this is a really hard time for a lot of people, but I'm wondering, is it as hard as we have been led to believe?
That's a really good question. There is a myth about an increase in suicidality around the holidays, and it is actually a myth. It is not the truth. When we look at statistics just around the nation and within Nevada County itself, we have an increase in crisis incidents in late winter and also again in late summer. But around the holidays particularly, It's average. We have an average number of crisis incidents.
So that's interesting. I wonder where that myth came from.
Well, the holidays are associated with a significant amount of stress. Would you agree?
Yeah, sure.
Sure.
Look at my list that's not yet attacked.
Right. So we spend a lot of time really trying to manage the expectations of others around the holidays and the expectations within ourselves. Oftentimes we have these ideas, maybe Hallmarkish, around what a holiday should look like, what a family gathering should look like, what our relationships with others should look like. And those shoulds are a root of many stressors. Those are the things that make it incredibly hard for us to be present in the moment with the reality of what we have. And so when that happens, that discrepancy between our reality and the beliefs in our head or the stories we've told ourselves about how it should be, it makes it incredibly challenging to cope, and it increases our stress. So that is common during the holidays.
Sure. And do you find that this issue is more common among a certain age group? In other words, do we worry more about our seniors or our children? What's your experience?
Yeah, that is a really great question. And I don't know that I have the data with me or in my mind to be able to speak to that in particular. But the age groups that I worry about are our adolescents and our young adults. When we're in that age range of around 14 to 25, there are major life stressors, changes in our bodies, changes in our social dynamics, changes in who we live with and how we navigate in the world that create a lot of stress. And then also when we're thinking about our elders, those in the retired community or those who by nature of age are experiencing multiple losses around them, that can be a significant stressor during the holiday period as well, because holidays are associated with our memories and all the things and the traditions that we have held in that context. And so when there is a loss in our life, whether it be a loss in a relationship because we're no longer connected or a loss due to death, that can be incredibly hard as well.
Sure. So can you talk about what the county does offer and what the services are, how one who is worried about a loved one or a neighbor might go about directing, that person to the services and the help?
Yeah, that's a really good question. So in general, Nevada County has a few things available to the public. We in Nevada County have a crisis line, and I'm going to say that phone number and I'm going to say it slowly. It is 265-5811. And that is our Nevada County crisis line, which can access a person to talk to if you need support. And it can also deploy our mobile crisis team. And our mobile crisis team is made up of 2 behavioral health clinicians who come out and can meet with you wherever you are and talk about the things that might be happening in your life right now that are causing you stress. So that's available to everybody at any time. It's 24/7, whether you want someone to talk to or someone to come out. And then we also have 988, which is a national suicide hotline, and that is available for all individuals. You can call from any type of phone, and if you dial 988, someone will pick up the phone and be available to connect with you. Within Nevada County Behavioral Health, we serve individuals who are Medi-Cal beneficiaries.
I see.
And typically, if we're talking about over the age of 21, it's a person who might have a serious and pervasive mental health condition or a substance use disorder.
Right. What recommendations do you have for families or friends who are dealing with someone who's clearly having a crisis but refuses to get help, refuses, any contact, whatever, with county services? What should someone do?
That's a really great question. So we have a couple of prevention type resources. So we have Mental Health Matters, and that's a campaign to really address the signs and symptoms of suicide, and then to also help create talking points to connect with people that you might be concerned about. And so that will give you information, it will give you statistics and data and ways to help bridge the gap with someone who might be suffering. Another thing that I would highly suggest is talking with a person. When we are able to communicate our concerns, and when we are able to be real and present in the moment, something shifts. And so one of the things that we tend to do when we don't know how to respond is we distance ourselves. And I think as humans, maybe the exact opposite is what is needed. And how do we join? And so finding ways to join and to connect with a person who is suffering is incredibly important rather than leaving them alone. And then once you join and connect, we're in this together. And if we're in this together, here's what we could do. We could call our mobile crisis line and we could talk together and see if maybe you'd be interested in hearing what they have to say. If we're in this together, then we can reach out into the community around us and find things that you and I might want to go and do together to get ourselves out of this present moment of hardship.
Such good advice. Do you think it's just really a matter of coming down to just being human beings with each other, I think, and being really listening. And I think the other thing that people do sometimes is distance on the one hand, but then try to give a lot of advice or be know-it-alls.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Do you like know-it-alls in your life?
I do not.
Yeah. I think we might all struggle with that. And sometimes we're so full of wisdom that we can't help but share it. But really, I do think that it's hard for me to know what you're experiencing. And it's hard for you to know what I'm experiencing. And the best way to do that is to listen. And even if nothing is to be said, it's to be side by side in that.
Right. Could you give me your cell phone number so that I can call you? Should I? Any issues during the holiday?
That I can give you our crisis line again.
Could you give that number one more time?
Yeah, it is 265-5811. And that's how you will access our Nevada County crisis team, who is able to come out and respond to you in person and to connect with you and help get you connected to your next step in your journey towards wellness and healing.
Thanks so much for the information, and thank you for all the work you do. It's so valuable in our community. I personally appreciate that so much. I'm sure our audience does as well.
Thank you.
Well, folks, thank you for watching this edition of Nevada County Now. If you would like to help contribute or write stories, appear on a show, or even become a host, please check out the details on our website at nevadacountymedia.org/NCN. This program is local news and information brought to you by locals. Remember to stay safe, take care of each other, and get out there and explore all this community has to offer. Good night.